So we're consuming so much to the extent that we're consuming things that we really don't need.
Yeah.
I think that aspect will have to do with lifestyle. Yeah.
But,
But,
yeah.
yeah, the lifestyle, so yeah.
Yeah, you're right though, but I feel first of all, most of us we want this stuff called self-validation.
Yeah.
And okay, let me put it this way: internal validation, external validation. Now, the internal validation is all about yourself. You want to look good. Now, the external validation is also you want to look good for other people to validate you. That
yeah, to validate you.
So at the end of the day, it's driving us to a point whereby we end up consuming what we don't really need at that time. And you forget the fact that, look, when you consume something you don't really need, you are as well taking away something that someone else needs.
Yeah.
That's where it's going to drive us to this luxury lifestyle that we're talking about,
Yeah.
We end up acquiring some kind of money that we can't even spend for the rest of our life, and even our generation.
Now politicians will talk
about. Not politicians or anybody, you must not be a politician. You don't even have business you do say. There are certain points where you say, you go get money rich, at the end of it, you'll be like, okay, this money, I think this one is okay for me now, let me start helping people to grow as well.
Yeah.
But we just sit on it, we want to ourselves, we start acquiring things that we can't even, consuming things that we can't even. I was making a research, reading something about this money, and I jumped on the topic whereby I realized that, look, in this world, we are just like, 10 billion.
10 billion, huh?
Yeah.
Really?
Presently. Okay, no.
No, I don't know though, like, I'm just...
You understand?
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to let you know that as the world is moving so fast and is evolving, and that means if we continue at the rates that we are consuming things, I'll put it this way, consuming things we don't need, by 2050, right, even I live with something chop. You understand?
So basically, well, that's a funny thing though. There is a higher power that are influencing our fashion world, that is influencing our educational system, that are influencing the pharmaceutical companies, where we have this whole cancer and a lot of other crazy stuff that we created. Then also drugs were created for us to solve this problem. So it's a win-win for that higher power to, whether you're sick, get the sickness to be transferred to you, then you still have to purchase those drugs that they make too. So it's a win-win for whatsoever higher power. And when it comes to the food industry, we find out that it's getting sour. Our food are not original anymore. We need to know what we're consuming. You see videos of people bringing out fish, and you find out it's just
something
of kilishi in Nigeria, and even over in the Western world, it's starting to happen. We have egg, and everything is so well done that you think it's actual egg, but it's not.
At times you buy some kind of things, by the time you open the box, you find
you find something else. So I don't know how much the ratio, I don't know the statistics, but every day we have this amount of birth, people giving birth, amount of people coming to life, and someone somewhere has to control the population one way or the other. And by so doing, we're not going to just kill people with bombs or chemical weapons, but we can put it in food, we can put it in alcohol, we can put it in clothes. Because come on, man, you know that even the cotton used in making these clothes are chemically enhanced to make it grow fast, and you don't know what you're breathing in and stuff like that. So I think it's a really broad, obviously, it's a broad conversation, it's a broad topic. Well, the consumption rate, gosh, is killing.
But I'm going to dive into this, one of the comments you made about higher power control some kind of things. I was reading something about this. I've forgotten his name, this article that passed away.
NIPSEY.
Yeah, NIPSEY.
Yeah, NIPSEY.
And I understand that there's a particular man
Dr. SEBI'S.
working on a documentary about AIDS.
Yeah, the AIDS, yeah.
And they did what and they killed that man. So
Yeah,
he took it upon himself that he's going to continue with the stuff. At the end of the day, they killed him. So to my own thinking, I was like, is it true that this man is actually, or has actually had a breakthrough for AIDS.
He has
and HIV. So is it true that, are you sure that it's not like this particular disease was man-made to kill people, and they don't want, I just want to bring that up. It's like they
It's
don't
true.
want.
I like that.
I was just thinking.
So we're talking about the pharmaceutical
the
aspect
pharmaceutical
right now.
now. Okay, there's a particular disease killing people. Now somebody's out, did a documentary. I even heard that so many people were giving like testimony that actually
it worked.
whether he did and it worked for them. You guys killed him. Someone else stood up. You understand? I don't know whatever other reason why they killed him though, but I'm just relating to that aspect.
Yeah. There's a conspiracy somewhere though.
That's
There's all the conspiracy.
So
we don't know.
What's happening?
The world has to be controlled. Because if it's not, humans are evil. We as humans were evil, and we go out of control if there is no force controlling us.
Okay.
You get it? We will kill ourselves one way or the other. It's going to be crazy, so it has to be controlled.
But sorry, why can't they come up with something like to control the rate of death instead of this disease? Because at the end of the day, this disease is kind of even affecting the innocent ones. Let me put it that way.
Okay. Personally, I'm not in support of what is happening, and I'm not in support of the force behind the fast fashion lifestyle, the fast food and industrial whatever lifestyle, and the pharmaceutical. I'm not in support of that, but someone has to do something. Someone has to do something to save the world. Then we have to look at the odds. What would you propose we do if we actually get the cure for HIV out, we actually get the cure for cancer out, we actually have the cure? That means we're trying to save, the world is trying to save more people that they do not want to save. We just talked about the landmass, we just talked about the people, and in the future what is going to happen or whatever that is, right? So if we solve this problem, climate change, bro, climate change, too much population is going to ruin the world.
Yeah, people die of natural death. Can't we just wait for that? Must we keep people before their time?
Do you know
what we're trying to save the world?
Do you know something that I finally realized? It got to a point that I realized that we talked about this now. Good doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
There is no, whatever it is, if we have to kill people, we have to kill people. This is what we need to do. Do you get it? That is what is happening right now, and that's a lot of stuff. So yeah, let's leave that aside and go. We just trashed the pharmaceutical industry, right?
Yeah.
Whereby even, I think yesterday I read something that they had 6 doctors who came together trying to have conversations about how to get rid of cancer. On their way home from the meeting, they died.
So definitely there's something. Yeah. I'm convinced.
Bro, there is something.
There's something.
Come on, man. There is nothing anyone's going to tell me. There is something, someone somewhere controlling this shit, bro.
Okay, so do you think the same thing is happening in the fashion industry?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes, it is.
Okay.
How? Bro, how many clothes? Do you know how cheap clothes are?
Cheap, you see?
Clothes are cheap, bro.
It depends on the designer anyway.
Yeah, it depends on the designers, but do you know whatever they sell? I don't want to call names. We have high-end designers. We have designers that are well established.
Yeah.
And you have to understand something. These established designers that are not high-end, they have mastered the act of not letting their fashion line, their clothing expensive, yet they make as much money as expensive designers do. So, should I call it? I'm like Gucci right now.
Okay.
Gucci is a high-end designer, right? whatever the last time Tenny went down, it's like just a scarf was $50. That was a list or whatever, I don't know. But believe me, the amount of the amount Gucci makes in per annum would be equal or less than what H&M makes per annum.
Okay, yeah, I get your point, but you know, I'm a business person, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So I want to say this, looking at it in a business way. You know, when you take Gucci, you take H&M. H&M now, I will classify it as a medium class level of designers. You know, whether medium class people to, you know, like me, I don't get money for Gucci. You understand? But
I have to cut you short. I don't think you're any middle class anymore, though. But go on.
Yeah, but you can't do comparison. You can't place Gucci and H&M in the same rates. That's what I'm saying.
The truth of the matter is, you only have the wealthy and the poor. But go on.
Okay. So
Yeah.
my point now is, I'm trying to look at, I feel maybe H&M making the same amount of money, close to whatever Gucci make at the end of the year, has to do with the level of people that patronize them.
Yeah.
Because H&M, of course, a lot of people, you know,
I
compared to
love
for you
this.
to see like,
Thank you
for you to see
today.
like, for you to see like any, or let me put this way, any two persons that patronize Gucci, you're going to have like 10 patronizing H&M. So at the end of the day, if Gucci is selling something for like a scarf for like $50, you know, and H&M is selling for like $20, you get my point. And H&M at the end of the day sell like 2, which is $100. Gucci sells 2, which is $100. H&M sells 5 that same day, which is $100.
Yeah.
It's still the same thing.
You know why I shouted I love this?
No.
You just brought us to the point. To the very point. So don't you understand that the company that sells the cheapest is aiming for more people, is aiming for the lower class, and like you said, the middle class, to keep them on that same spot that they are. Because it is affordable, you're always going to go get it. Which is draining from your income, that will make you feel like, okay, you know what, these people, their brand is affordable, I want to get it. And why do you want to get it? Why do we say that consumption is killing us? And that is the advantage that these fashion companies are using against the middle class and the poor people. Is because they've made us to understand that fashion and buying clothes and buying this, you know, into their brand gives you happiness. That is why you see all these commercials. They are sucking into the average families, where we have the poor people, we have the middle class. But Gucci is giving you an opportunity to say, yes, you have made it enough to spend, because obviously, except some people that are dumb, obviously for you to want to buy a luxury brand like that, you know that you made enough, and you just want to waste this money on an outfit, an expensive outfit. I don't see any normal person that would take the last cash in his account to go spend on luxury. Do you think anybody like that is normal?
No.
You get it? So Gucci is even giving you a medium to say, yeah, you're rich now, spend on yourself. But H&M is telling you that you gotta buy.
Yeah, but I'm going to disagree with that.
Okay.
On the note that I feel H&M is like doing the middle class more favor. Because by the time you take H&M out, how many people can afford Gucci? So are you trying to say the middle class you shouldn't wear clothes, you shouldn't buy things to look good? I'm trying to give back based on what you said.
Okay.
Because for now, I actually believe Gucci are giving up, well, I don't know, maybe I'm just like 2 of their stuff, you know. I know for you to sell something that expensive, obviously, you are putting more in terms of production, you know, for you to give that cost price.
That's not true though.
Yeah, but
Yeah, at least a little bit more than what H&M puts out.
yeah, but to me, I'm like, to me, I feel H&M is doing us more good. Because if they're not there, I mean, like, someone like me, I can't afford Gucci. I think my store was even H&M. So, you get, so, I just believe H&M, Gucci, or whatever. It's not about, of course, you have to buy things to look good.
Yeah.
I think I'm looking good now, you know. Likewise you as well. You know, we have to buy stuff to do good. But the point is, don't consume beyond your needs.
Okay.
Or rather above
You
your means. You understand?
Okay.
Whatever you can afford,
Yeah.
afford it. Because like I said at the beginning of the conversation, I said consumption, whereby you're spending more than you should spend.
Yeah.
Maybe because you have the money, but you've forgotten the fact that you're also cutting or rather taking from somebody out there. Yeah, so go.
So I think I have a question though.
Go on.
Yeah, as a concerned, I've heard of productions in China. I've heard of productions in. I don't think they produce any international clothing in Africa.
No.
Well, I know in India, they have in India,
Bangladesh.
yeah, Bangladesh, right? They have a lot in that whole area, and I've heard a lot about the wage you get paid for people in the Western world to enjoy this feel good lifestyle. Now you can just go, it's cheap. You see a shirt or a jacket for as cheap as $7, $20, pounds for $20, $50 and all that, you know. But the wage over there for people making these outfits, it's you don't want to know.
I know, because I know what you're talking about.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about. So what is your intake on that? That's what I'm saying. Are we asking questions as we call ourselves consumers?
Yeah.
As consumers, are we really asking questions that it's just it's just about feeling good, about you putting on? Like, should we ask questions that where are these stuffs coming from and how are they being made? And what is the state and the condition of people making them?
And I feel the reason why most of these companies are trying to outsource their stuff there is all about the profit, like to make the money. You know? And again,
That's capitalism.
And again, I'm going to say this. It's not like maybe I'm in support of them. Because when you go back there, like you said, when you go back to this country like Bangladesh and Co, you check the conditions that these guys are living. It's like paying them peanuts.
Yeah.
Compared to whatever profit they're making selling this stuff. So fine, maybe the condition needs to be better, they need to pay them better money, they need to, I don't know if that's what you want to hear.
No. Well, the thing is this. I think the system is really too big when it comes to the forces that it's so hard to really speak on it. Like you said, we put two things in mind right now. They want to make money. They want to satisfy the needs of the people. So at the expense of the bad livelihood for whoever is producing it.
Yeah. They don't care.
And obviously it's coming back to the Western world.
Yeah, that's where they make
And
it.
all we do is just walk through the door,
Buy it. Oh wow, this stuff is cheap.
buy it, and
They
we're
don't
out.
care the condition of wherever the stuff is coming from. You know? That's some crazy shit though. You know? Like I said, I've actually, especially, you know, I keep calling back my age.
Yeah.
I've done
Or you've done a research
research on that. About that. When you see the conditions, even there was a particular brand, sorry, I'm not going to call names, but
Oh, now you don't want to. You've been calling H&M Gucci, bro. Like,
there's a particular brand, you know, I'm used to, like UK brand, Nest. I don't even know that name.
I think I've heard of that.
Yeah, Nest. I'm not trying to spoil your product, though, but
Oh, now because it has to do with UK, you don't want to call names and.
you know,
Really?
when you go back to Bangladesh and check most of all these companies where they produce
Yeah.
their stuff, like they produce the stuff in the West and then they go back there to just bring everything together. You know the conditions of guys making this stuff, they make us in UK. Yeah, I think definitely the minimum wage would have gone up about then, so like £6 something, which is quite okay for like a normal person to like live,
Yeah.
just go live in here as well. But that's still something. By the time you go to bank, that it's like paying those guys that in a month, and you bring this stuff back to the same UK to sell it and make profit. It's so crazy. You know?
I think it's really more about some countries shouldn't move up. Some countries should remain third world countries because that is the only way to sustain some countries that are already civilized and developed. Trust me, you ask why we can't have those companies coming to Nigeria, Africa. It's not going to happen. Africans are like this. No one's going to work for $1 to get paid $1 a month. You get it? It's not going to happen. And we talk about godfathers. This is the case of godfatherism, whereby I know that I outsource for this price. It comes back, and I can triple the price by selling it and still get my gain. I will do anything to make sure that that place remains what? A third world country.
That's true.
And I will do everything to keep that business running. I don't care. I don't care what it is. So if we're going to keep dwelling about capitalism, trying to get money, the income, and satisfying customers, believe me, we as consumers that we are freaking consumers. We don't even know what we want. Once we see the ad and it says that this is what makes you happy, then that is what makes you happy. You have to get it to make you happy. That is what a lot of us, when you talked about middle class, and I told you we don't even have middle class anymore, we only have poor. Why don't we have middle class anymore? Why is the middle class phase? Why is it phasing out? If you're not rich, you're poor. Because there's so many things that have been set up to eat you up. To freaking eat you up. You have to keep getting clothes. You have to. Diseases has been sent out through vaccine, through so many medium, that you have to get drugs or you have to get health insurance.
Sorry, I've got this question I want to ask. Do you really derive happiness in fashion, like in banking? Personally?
Not really.
No.
I think it's really about self-conscious. I said I'm gonna write. I want to make a shirt. It could just be one of my brand or whatever, and we design self-conscious. I was having them start doing some other stuff. Like I think it got to a point that you really have to be aware of yourself.
Yeah, I see why you really need to even do more of this stuff. Yeah, fashion.
Oh, this brother start. Let me say my shit too.
No, that's the point now. So, at the long run, this same conversation,
Yeah.
it's my comeback to pull your legs. Because I won't fail to pull your legs. Because you are into the same fashion. So by the time you get there and you start doing the same thing that we're complaining about, I will.
I'm not. Listen. Okay, you're trying to hit me hard right here.
Of course, I have to.
But my point is this: you asked me if fashion makes me happy or whatever it is. I have developed self-consciousness within me to have this independent thought that I do not get influenced. Even if I'm getting influenced, it's like you having a system within you that we scan through those data and tell you that this is some bullshit. So I'm not easily influenced. Do you get it? Not by adverts, not by peer pressure, not by shit. It has to be something that I've thought of. Then I say, yes, I want to do this. So did that answer your question?
Yeah.
About the fashion, whatever. So if I feel like today I want to put on Gucci, or I want to put on Versace, I want to put on this, it's because I feel like I want to do it. I want to treat myself. You get it? But I'm not going to do it because I've seen an advert or I've seen somebody putting it on and I feel like, oh, I want to look like this person. It's gonna be I want to treat myself. And that is why that is the concept you're using online right now. That is why you see companies giving celebrities outfits to put on. For what? So their followers would see them putting it on and feel like, oh, I need to get this.
Well, that's a fuck shit.
But bro, that's what's happening all around. Because
yeah. So like you were saying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't talk.
Was that? I actually wanted to ask you that you have anything you want us to talk about.
The reason I want to talk about is to question the higher powers. I want to know who are they? It's like no one is
We can be saying no more.
Yeah, because you were trying to defend him, like telling me, or rather saying it to the camera, that I'm just trying to control the world. I've been waiting for a time to counter you on that particular, like they're trying to, somebody has to be able to control the world.
I've just seen The Walking Dead.
What do they do?
It's a show. Then which other show am I going to use for you? Have you seen, we watched Bed Box, but Bed Box wasn't really like the kind of movie I want to use as an example. But The Walking Dead is a perfect example of what it would be if the world does not have the control. If it doesn't have anyone controlling the world. If there were no armed forces, if there were no government. And believe me when I tell you that we can say the government is wrong because we only have them to blame. If there were no higher powers to make decisions on behalf of humans, it's the same thing that's happening right now. It's kind of happening online. Go online and you see people insulting themselves like, what's wrong with you? Are you crazy? Your mama, your papa, like, even like when you go to comment sections from Africa and all that, that is just something you see online. When you bring it to reality, you see that there is no one to find you when you do wrong. There is no one to arrest you when you rob, you steal from your neighbor, you kill someone. There is no one to chastise you or tell you that you're wrong for this. There is no one to celebrate you. You see that people will start misbehaving. Have you not heard when they say if electricity goes off for 24 hours? We still talk about Porsche too now. You've seen Porsche, right?
Yeah,
if electricity goes off for 24 hours, what would people do? If the police said for 1 week we are off, we are not doing anything, what will people do? The world will be in chaos, people will be killing themselves. So higher powers matters a lot. Government matters a lot. That is what we don't understand. Yes, they control us and tell us to an extent, at least you have your own free will. That's why we have the act, whatever it's called. But without that control, bro, the kind of problem we're for day. If there is no higher power controlling this shit, we will fight till death.
Yeah.
We will fight till death. Same thing.
I agree with you.
Same thing with the whole pharmaceutical shit. Believe me, bro, if alcohol we're consuming, it's come on, it's acid now. You get it? They have to find a way to kill you slowly. Oh my God. For another generation to come. See, it's a win-win situation for the world and for them. But the only unfortunate thing is that they are the only ones that get to enjoy everything. The innocent will definitely perish. But these things have to continue. People have to die. Sickness has to come. Do you know how many people died in Africa from Ebola and other sickness? Africa is getting overpopulated, bro. Why do we have measles in Nigeria? Why do we have Ebola? Why do we have all this shit in Africa? It's getting overpopulated. They have to, and Africa is like a testing ground.
Yeah.
It's a testing ground. They test it there. If we actually, yes, this shit is good, bring it back. Same thing with the fashion industry. They can't produce it here because the cost for manpower is extremely high. We know that. So it's a monopoly, bro. We talked about it the last time. Why do you think it's just US that is capable of becoming the world's power? There are so many other countries, but they've been able to play their game so well. Africa, our Naira in Nigeria, what does Ghana use? Cities in Ghana. What I think South Africa uses rand. So whatever countries you have over there, it won't go anywhere close to the dollars because they need something so special from those countries in Africa that the only way they can get it successfully without spending so much is to devalue the currency. Why did they kill Gaddafi? What Gaddafi was about to do, Gaddafi knew what he was about to do. He knew the implication of what he wanted to do. That step he wanted to make, bro, that step was one of the most craziest steps any sane person would take, because it's like you're taking so much from the Western world, the first world country. They're gonna fight you. They will fight you if you're not strong, and especially in an African continent where we are so divided. And it was our division.
I think that was the only reason they used to get me.
Yes, now
Division.
that's the thing. And you know what? That is their only trick in the book. That has been the #1 trick in the
They
book.
come and see they want to help you. Meanwhile, there's something else.
That trick, that was a trick they used in getting slaves, the Western world. That was a trick he used in defeating Gaddafi. That's a trick that is keeping Africa where it is today. That division, because today they can say, oh, let's go talk to this country and give them a better deal. Once this person rejects, this person cannot move forward, cannot continue. That is the #1 trick in the game, bro. So yes, we know that they are higher powers, and we just have to be able to live and laugh and learn and teach.
Yeah, that's interesting. I've learned a lot, and thank you for digesting that in such a way that I'm not just like I didn't just understand, but I believe our viewers as well
Oh,
would understand that. That's interesting. That's interesting. But like you said, without these higher powers, or rather without anybody out there controlling or trying to control us, we know we're humans now. We know what we're capable of doing. When we take some countries, for instance, and not even countries now. Then when I was in uni, I do like being a class rep or wherever you are in the north alone is a big task. Controlling people, not talk about like being the president of the country, and before you talk about you've got so many countries in the world. So, but still, I'm still not going to support them in the aspect of like maybe coming up with different diseases to reduce wherever. I believe there is martial arts. Although people are refusing to die and they want to go to heaven, I don't know how they're going to die. I don't know how they're going to go to heaven if they don't die, but still, we mustn't come up with